Hi team, I wanted to first say I miss you guys. I don't get a chance to see you all a lot. This is just stuff that's been going on in the last few weeks. I want to say I hope to try and join you guys on a staff meeting this Monday. It is kind of hard. I have these NBA players that have come from all over the country to work out with me, and we are here 1:30 till 3:30, so it's kind of a little hard. I run right from the kids group to working with them and doing a few other things with Thrive, and that's what I'm going to go over a little bit of some things that they want us to try going forward. So I want us to try and implement a few things as we go through this. I didn't put the lens on this camera, so bear with me a second. We need more space. I'm going to put the lens on the camera as I shoot this, so it'll give me a little bit wider angle. That should give us a little more space there. We're gonna go through a few things. I want to say, first off, I want to say thank you guys again for all that you do for Donnie and I. Second, I want to say I hope to see you guys soon. And with the programming, it's hard for me to give you all feedback right now since I don't have any adult groups. So that's why I'm always asking your people when I see them come in, more feedback. But please shoot me individual messages, leave me a note, text me, DM me, figure out something. Just let me know what you're seeing so we can change some things, because I'm going to do some stuff right now is some stuff that we want to try and implement and figure out where we can put that in there. The first thing is the corrective that we have the hips. It's not just us. There is an issue across the board, especially with NBSC. They're the only other Thrive that has the median age population closest to ours. So after talking with Kevin and Steve a little bit, they're asking us to try and implement a few things in which we want to try before we make it program wide. So again, they appreciate our feedback. And the one thing we see a lot of, the tight hamstrings. So the tight hamstring being when they go to do their leg lowers, they are like this. There's no separation. So if they start out like this, when they come down, they get this. So we want to go through a few things. Kyle, hand me a roller, please. We want to go through a few things that can correct these issues. One of them being the breathing. Donnie does that a great deal. You guys don't mind Kyle, I'm just going to walk with you for a second. I'm going to be doing this a lot as I shoot this. I had someone that was supposed to help me, but we had a 7:30 to 9:30 skate this morning, and he is not feeling it, as you can see. He's tired from the skate, and we actually had to work out with the NBA players yesterday, running the hills and some other stuff. So the other thing that we want to try, I'm going to pretend there's a wall right here. Actually, I'll shoot right here. So I'm going to change the camera. I'll keep changing the camera angle as we do stuff. We want to work on our breathing. All right, we say that 90-90 wall breathing over here. We want to really get used to this. Donnie's always doing this. I would recommend now, let's start people, especially everybody that's trying, instead of picking on people with the tight hamstrings, let's get in that 90-90 position here. And while they're sitting here talking, getting them used to relaxing. I believe in just here breathing, whether it be one hand up or you just want them just relaxing. I don't care, even if they're just here, flat on their backs and starting to talk to their friends, etc. It starts just getting them into a relaxed state. We're not gonna be able to change it overnight, and I understand that, but getting them used to just, before we start rolling out, because rolling out is starting to become a social aspect for us now, because this is their social. There's no social interaction with a lot of people, so just have them start here squeezing in 90-90 at least for 1 minute, etc. That's the first thing. And then the second piece, the next part of correcting this is the 90-90 capsule. So we say that 90-90 capsule, we get that 90-90 capsule. Remember, the new cueing is entire foot, knee, heel. All right, entire foot, knee, heel. All right, that's our cue. That should be in a straight line. Again, we're saying here, and we say this is what we call the 90-90 capsule. So we're forcing that hip capsule, everything else flat into the ground and pressing it hard. Again, we're just pressing, and we want to get that, we want to be able to arm straight, and we want to be able to rock or lean, keeping our body straight, not rounding our back as far forward as possible. All right, And that's what we call that capsule. We want to be just that 90-90 capsule. And we want it not like this, all right, not like this. Big chest. We want to be able to rock, forcing this knee and capsule into the ground, all right, not letting this knee or foot, toe, anything pop up. Holding that in position, holding that for 3 to 5 breaths on each side. That is that 90-90 capsule is one. Our posterior capsule stretch is the other. All right, our posterior capsule stretch is the other. Now, our next thing is we're talking about, and it actually lined up perfectly as we're working at it, is our SLDL. Because we're trying to clean those up, start having everybody heel on the white line, and they're perfectly placed. We have these electrical sockets. Watch out for the one that's by the door on this side. That one's a little loose. I believe Donnie put it back. It's not me. He probably broke somebody's drill putting it back. But we're here, head up, big chest. And that should be perfect. That's your 90-90 touch, keeping that heel there. And that should be close to perfect for everybody to get to. All right? That's one thing. Those are the routines we want to try and sprinkle into those things into the prime and prep to try and improve the distance between people's legs. All right, keep them a little bit, being able to get a little more, as we say, what would you say? Well, the purpose of a leg lower is hip dissociation, to get the hip dissociation, to get the separation between the two legs. Those would be the things we want to do. Now, a few drills we want to implement. We want to start adding more exercises. The one, as they talk most about, and as we fight to get people to come back in, and we really want to improve them, but we're talking about giving them 90% of what they need and 10% of what they want. Trying to work in multiple planes and recruit more muscle and get more bang for the buck. What we've been working on and hoping we can implement is the half kneeling curl and press. So again, if we have that half kneeling, if you're right-handed, right leg forward. If you're left-handed, left leg forward. Okay, so we're here, head up, big chest. Dumbbells here, curl. Remember, we're curling from here, and then rotate and press, extend out. So it's a curl, full exhale going up, all right? Now, make sure we're paying attention here. It is, all right? You may just get the curl for a lot of people that aren't clear for the overhead, but even some people that aren't supposed to do overhead, this just, again, giving them 10% what they want. It's up to you as a coach. You see them more than I do. Actually, you see them, and I don't. If they should overhead or not. They may have to just stop at the curl, but again, they're still working multiple planes that way. Now, what did the people get to do their curls? They're super happy. They think their arm's getting bigger. They're looking toner. But we're actually trying to create more stability by working in multiple planes and doing 3 exercises at once. This is almost like a split squat, or again, getting used to anchoring themselves into the ground, which is one of the biggest problems we have with people not trying to, and then they go to split squat and sliding, etc. Getting used to pressing into that right form and the good starting forms for split squats, lunges, etc. And then getting more bang here. It's that your curls almost here. In this position is almost an anti-rotation exercise. They want to balance, they want to fall or rock forward. So that's one of the good things about that curl. And then we end that overhead press, that movement that we want to do, which we kind of stay out of a little bit. But again, giving them 10% of what they want and 90% of what they need. Our next piece, what we want to do, we want to try and start working into is the bear crawl position. Okay, let's start in the walls. Let's not even crawl. All right, we're gonna get our entire toe, heel to the wall. Now, rotating that lower lumbar or pelvic till we say make sure that sacrum to your head or lower back heel butt to your head is straight. You'll see a lot of people right at the back. They want to do that with that one of their heels possibly. So now we don't want that. We want to make sure their feet are straight up. And we're talking again, Donnie says that grip and rip. We want to do this. So here, arms, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, heels and toes against the wall. Grip and rip, up, push, away from the ground. You're pushing away from the ground, rotating, and now the new piece is driving those heels, entire foot firmly into the wall. It will create a lot more tension and create a lot, as Corey or Josh always says in DVRT stuff, we're recruiting more muscle and getting more bang for the buck. Again, our bear crawls are so-so. Not everybody's as good as Monica. Some people are really good at it, some people are really bad. But again, this kind of, again, give them a new exercise, but it's a regression, but it's actually a progression at the same time where we're doing something new, but it's actually a regression, and it's actually gonna clean up a lot of the issues we're having by recruiting a lot more, especially the minimal glute and the medial glute we're going to recruit more of, and as well as get more of that lat and scapular stability that we need and that we're losing in a lot of the exercises. So we're going to be here, hands under your shoulders, arms straight, grip, rip to rotate that lower lumbar spine, push those heels to the ground, up, and hold that position. You'll see it's not easy. Remember, we're pushing away from the ground at the same time. You're recruiting more things, and the best thing is, I feel this as a full body workout, and it's, again, we're trying to hold it for 3 breaths, or you can say 15 seconds. It is up to you. I would prefer if we try and work on the breathing a little bit, but it's up to you. Again, you guys see them and I don't. You know if we want to just do a hold, or if we can get them to really focus and work on the breathing. All right, and the next progression, or say regression, is the same deal. So now we're going to do the same thing except in a plank, okay? So in that plank, we're here, same deal, starting here, elbows under your shoulders, and all you do is push your heels into the wall. All right, heels into the wall. Hold those heels, and you will feel a lot more in those abs. So just getting used to driving those heels into the wall, getting used to grounding their toes. You don't have to pull there if they're not comfortable, but they can pull. You think I'm drinking, I keep reaching out for this wall to lean on it. But that's one of the things we want to do. Now, last piece, we really got to really focus on that thoracic mobility, as we're always talking about that thoracic mobility. So we want to try and do a few more. You can either put a couple people on the wall and a couple people on the red racks. So again, you're going to just use their roller, or using their roller or a ball. We're staying here, staying square, just like this. So now we're here, put this right at the wall. So what that does, that's a perfect position. So now my shoulder's right there, arms straight. Whichever knee is down, that knee is close to the wall. Whichever knee is down, is close to the wall. Rotate, and now we want to get that rotation, that thoracic spine. Now keeping this arm straight, you'll see if this arm wants to compensate. And then our progression is going to be getting all the way to the wall without the roller, where we can get this arm straight. And we're trying to get that scapula there. All right. Remember, your hip is not going to be to the wall. If your hip's to the wall, you're going to rotate like this. So you're just going to get to the shoulder. But we want to start with the roller, roga. All right, right here. They'll give them a little bit of play in that shoulder. All right. And we can rock here, where we're going to go with that thoracic mobility. That's one of the things we want to do. I'm very appreciative, again, of everything that you all have done for us at Thrive, and continue to do, especially for our clients as well. I hope you guys are having a good day and enjoy your Sunday. I'm sorry to take up some of your time, but it's just one of the things I wanted to share with you. And I'll be dropping more videos for you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon.